We're breathing life inward. And we release the exhale. We're letting go of all the stress and anxiety of life. And today is a very stressful day for a lot of people in America. And I think all over the world. Today is the election day in the United States of America. Fundamentally, we must remember that we are all human, we are all American, we are all in for the good of the country. And we all can be kind even though we completely disagree with one another. What will be will be. It is what it is. And by the way, if one thinks that whoever the president is makes a difference, they're disillusioned. It's the people that sit in Congress who receive the super PAC money and special interest groups. And they're there not working for us, the American people, even though we pay their paycheck. They're actually working for the special interest groups that give them the money to be in those offices. Therefore not in the best interest of each and every individual American citizen. So just know this, like our podcast, it's all total bullshit. So don't stress over it, don't fight over it. Love thy neighbor. And with that, I leave you going on for a while on that one.
I was going to see how long this was going to go.
I was gonna do the full 35 minutes, man.
That was great. You want me to put the music back on?
No, definitely not. No. It's crazy, right? How people, I'm a passionate guy. And I got a story after I'm going to let you intro your situation, but I got a story I want to tell you about a service call this morning that something that happened for me. And it started my day off like I was just furious, man. And my wife was
happened? Tell us.
Well, first of all, let's talk about why you're not in your home studio in Las Vegas. You are in Chicago. What are you doing there, buddy?
I'm in the Windy City, my friend. We traveled last weekend to the Midwest. We played a show with the Docksiders.
And
on Saturday night in
Sunday?
Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Then on Sunday, my Tears for Fears band played our second show of our existence.
I gotta ask you,
hometown of Milwaukee.
I gotta ask you. So you love Tears for Fears. We went to that movie a couple of weeks ago, and you went to they played here after that at the Fontainebleau. You're a huge diehard Tears for Fears fan, and so what is it like for you to perform that music? Which, by the way, the stuff I heard you do it really well. It's impressive. I don't even like you, and I'm like, man, these guys sound pretty good. So go ahead. What is it like to be you on stage doing the music that you love in its entirety?
It's hard, right? It's not easy stuff to do.
Complex music.
Vocally, it's a different kind of range than I sing in the yacht rock band.
Yeah,
and it really is a stretch. So it's kind of fun to do something that's very, very different.
Yeah, it's challenging.
And it's such a joy because I do love the music and the production and so much that it's just a lot of fun.
Well, listening to the music, as a teenager and even now, like it evokes emotion for you. It takes you back to a place, and it somehow it soothes part of your soul. It's grounding for you. You enjoy the process of listening to that music. So playing it, coming out of you, right? Hi, Anita. Good evening.
Hi, Anita.
As it comes out of you and you're playing it, I mean, isn't that, and you're watching that joy translate to an audience, right? And the crowd looked pretty good there, that I could tell from the video. So is that an extra bonus for you?
It was really cool. And I thought another thing that was kind of interesting was that I didn't know a ton of people in the audience, which was weird, being at the
hometown.
Now, we kind of screwed up a little bit. Like, we booked it on a Sunday, and if you know anything about Wisconsin,
sleepy town.
Sundays, no.
Sundays are busy.
We bleed green and gold, and it was a Packer day.
Oh, Jesus! And the Packers
lost played late.
And they lost, man.
And it was a Milwaukee package. The season tickets are split into two packages, the green and the gold package.
Right.
And there are two regular season games that Milwaukee season get, and it happened to be
on that
weekend package. So I had a ton of friends that were up at Lambeau Field, that
Well, that's
couldn't
a
come to
couple
the
hours
town
away,
over
right?
there.
A
It's
couple
100
hours.
miles, yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple hours. So that's, yeah, man. It kind of, it's ironic because in Las Vegas, hey Sammy,
I
in
Sam.
Las Vegas, like you can't book a show here and not land on something. And here you are in your hometown, and and you booked it on a game. Not only that, but you're a diehard Packers fan, and they lost, man. The Detroit kicked their
Man,
ass.
they played the Lions, and the Lions are just again having a pretty convincing season.
They're still, you guys are still, what are you, 6-3?
6-3, but we're
Yeah.
playing like we're 1-8.
Which is okay because then they're going to work harder. I mean, look at the Raiders. I mean, oh my god, I don't know what's going
I
on
couldn't
over there.
believe what happened with that game,
This-
and I can't believe how half the team was fired.
There's it's three coaches, man, and I
That's a
don't.
significant dismissal.
This isn't. I just caught a little arm of somebody. Was that your beautiful wife? Is she right there?
Nope, there's nobody in the room here with me.
Yeah, I believe there is. I saw
Nope,
something.
no,
It's
I'm
not.
alone in the room.
And then there's then you're in a haunted hotel.
Yeah, with my wife.
By the way,
We do share a room when we're on the road together.
when you stayed, let's say the marriage is going well. When you guys stayed in Milwaukee, were you said you were going to a hotel? I think that there was some presidential action around there, right? They were.
Yeah, Friday when we got to Milwaukee, Kamala Harris was at the same hotel.
So what was that like with all the Secret Service and the hoopla? You know,
Crazy.
Did it
Absolutely
inconvenience
crazy.
you?
Well, my parents came and we had dinner. One of my favorite restaurants is attached to this hotel called the Mason Street Grill. Brandon, if you're watching, the meal was incredible. We always have an incredible meal at the Mason Street Grill. If you're visiting Wisconsin, you get to Milwaukee, stop at the Mason Street Grill and tell them Kevin told you to come and enjoy. But yeah, it was
Free
very
meal?
difficult. They were only I can't disclose that. They can't they you know they were only letting registered guests of the hotel into the property,
Right. I
on
would think
top
so.
of having security and X-ray machines at every entrance. And
You have to
it
X-ray
was
every time
pretty
they came in and out with like Aaron's purse and whatnot.
yeah. Well, we didn't,
Yeah.
since the restaurant's attached and there's a really great lobby bar there.
Hang on a second.
We all hung out down there.
Hang on a second. Are
What
you
am I
okay,
hanging
Jack?
out for?
Are you okay, Jack Roth?
What's up?
What time is it, Jack Roth?
It is 5:08.
I
Oh.
understand, Anita.
It's 5:08
understand
on what day is it?
See, that's a tough one. It's election Tuesday. It's erection Tuesday, as they say in Japan.
By the way, you're on the podcast right now. So did you say
perfect.
Erection Tuesday? Is that what you said? Yeah.
I would never say anything
Say
so marginal as that kind of a joke.
okay, good. Well, say hi to Kevin Zucker. He's in Chicago. Go ahead.
Kevin, I love
Hi,
you.
Jack.
I'm in the middle of the podcast. That's fantastic. Not for you guys.
Hello, my
but for
friend.
me.
Yeah, you totally interrupted Kevin's train of thought. He was talking
It's
about
okay.
his experience. So, listen, why don't you fuck off and I'll call you later.
I will absolutely do that, and then you do that. And, yeah, perfect.
Okay. You okay? Everything okay? I took it. I thought it was an emergency. Is it an emergency?
Everything is fantastic. I did not even think about it, and I apologize 1,000 times. Go on entertaining the masses.
I want you to say, Michael, I'm sorry for being absent-minded. Go ahead. This is Jack Roth, ladies and
Always
gentlemen.
absent-minded, and I'm sorry.
All right. You think about what you've done. You take some time, and I'll call you back. Okay. See you later. Bye now.
Love you, Kevin. Mike, you're funny.
He loves you, Kevin. He said he loves you. That's so nice. Everybody loves you. Come back, Kevin. What would you do? Wipe your mouth? Podcast. Love that. So it was a bit of an inconvenience, but it was interesting, probably, right?
It was interesting. And then at breakfast the next morning, they had a tent that the vehicle that she drove in was under. They didn't walk her outside to get into the vehicle.
Really?
Yeah, and then there was another car in front of that tent. And as soon as the Secret Service said go, they ripped open the front of the tent. The first car left, the car that she was in that was inside the tent, so you couldn't see her get in or out.
That's
You
interesting.
know, we were looking to see if there were snipers on the buildings above, a very tight area.
Yeah.
But they hid her from the public, so she wasn't outside to get in, outside per se to get into the vehicle. And then she waved to us as she was driving away.
I can't imagine anybody wanting that position, that job. I mean,
It's
even
got to be horrible.
just a level of celebrity, even not in office, right? Just movie stars and whatever. But like, your whole life is
Even
completely
being being famous and reckless in Vegas, it's got to suck.
I can go
You know what I
anywhere,
mean?
anytime. Nobody knows me, and it's perfect.
No, it's
So,
not. It's not true. I've been out with you.
so
You and I.
let me tell you about my morning. So, so we had a dishwasher go out, right?
Hey, tell me about your morning.
Thanks for asking. 2 weeks ago, I called GE, whatever, authorized repair, and so they're 2 weeks out. So we scheduled the appointment, right? So, I take a day off of work, which costs me a lot of money when I don't.
Where do you work? What car wash?
I don't have a job. So
You get the car wash?
So we had therapy today, right? But we rescheduled it. It was good that we were able to do it because I misbooked this thing. I double booked. So the guy doesn't call 30 minutes before, but he calls at 8:30 out of the blue. Goes, hey, listen, I left there. I'm not going to come to your house today. Your guard wouldn't let me in the gate. And I'm like, oh, no, you got to give me a notice. I'll call the gate. Can you turn around? I mean, I've been waiting 2 weeks for this appointment. I took the day off of work, and he's like, no, I got other customers. I'm leaving. Well, wait a second. Well, hold on a second. So the guy hangs up the phone on me, and I'm like, and I was totally chill.
Like mid sentence.
I was trying to get him to turn around, and I said, it's a hassle, but just I'll call the gate. So it didn't make sense to me that what happened because he didn't give me any information other than he had a hassle getting in the gate. So then I get a text message from the guard, and she says, oh, so and so a GG appliance came in, and he refused to show his driver's license, so I didn't let him in. And I went, oh, okay. So I call him back. I go, hey, man, why don't you just tell me that it was about the ID? I understand. Well, I don't want to be talked to like a child and blah, 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 blah. Well, then stop behaving like a child. I mean, it was crazy.
Ooh.
It was crazy.
You scolded him.
Hold on. You want to talk to my wife?
Are we going to do a podcast today? What's going on?
So
should I take some phone calls too?
Yeah, can you? Hold on. Let's hear what maybe she's Hi, honey. You're on a little Lavender with Kevin and Michael.
Oh crap!
Oh crap! All right, I love you. I'll call you. I'll call you when I get done. After I call Jack Roth back. Okay, bye.
I'm sorry. I'm on my way home. Yeah,
Goodbye. So my wife's on her way home. So yeah, man, it was crazy. So I called the company, and I sent him a nice message too. I go, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I'm getting another call. Are you calling me? You were calling me. So you didn't just try to call me?
I didn't. No.
285-0600. Oh, sorry, did I say that online? Oops, now everybody knows your phone number. They don't know the area code. So I called the company, and she was like appalled and the whole thing. And I'm like, this guy should probably let people know that he doesn't want to show his ID. Now, I have empathy for that. Like, I don't know what he's gone through. I don't know if he's been frauded. I know you can trust a security guard maybe, but like he should have told me that right out and told me that was his issue and then be sure you're going to a gated community, like go call ahead and go, hey, I don't show my ID. Am I going to be able to get into your community? That kind of a thing. So it was just a weird way to start the day. So we missed our appointment today. The dishwasher's still broken. So I don't, I called 2 other companies today. Nobody called me back. I think that the service in the world has fallen by its wayside. Thank you for letting me vent.
You're welcome. Did that frustrate you today? Were you peaking? Were you at that level that, Michael Shapiro gets to where it feels like at any moment things are going to just.
No, because put it in perspective, it's for a dishwasher, right? I mean, geez, but it's also, I told myself this 87 times today. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. Let it go. It's not a big deal.
Do you realize that if you have some soap and you have some towels that you can still do the dishes? You know that, right?
Well, we do the dishes, but we're coming up on the holidays, and we use the dishwasher on the holidays because there's a lot of.
Are you struggling with first world problems here? That
100%
people.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that dishwashers are convenient, but it's just that the appointment was on the books for a long time, and the inconvenience that we actually had to move some stuff around to make it work which involved other people in other situations. And the guy was just very inconsiderate. I even considered the fact that he might have been having a bad day. Maybe who knew he got in a beef with his wife, and then the guard was mean to him, and she's not necessarily the nicest guard, right? She's pretty strict. She wouldn't even let. I'm watching returns, and I don't think I'm going to have enough electoral votes to win the election. I may need to keep my day job. Danny's running for office?
He has.
What was he running
He ran
for?
in the state. He ran in Wisconsin.
For what position? What was he going for?
Well, electoral votes means that's for president. So
that's a good point.
Yeah. So he's probably running for president. Yeah.
Well, it seems like he needed to have $1 billion to maybe compete in this particular race. Is that crazy?
Point. Really good point, right?
What did Trump end up spending in total? Do we know? I don't even know. It's probably close to
$49.95. He went to Canada Tire. It's a really great store up in Canada. They sell everything, not just tires, but they sell trinkets, and they sell tchotchkes, and they sell hoot things, and they sell shakalilies. They sell it all.
It makes me think of Idiocracy, that great old movie, spoof movie, which is hilarious and stupid. It's Mike Judge, and it's what's her name, Maya Rudolph and David Arquette. Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson. Bernadette Peters and
that's the jerk, Steve Martin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, that's just nuts that you make a joke about selling trinkets and whatnot, but like we're in such a strange world. I mean, I believe these guys should run. Whoever's running for office, it should be small donations, and it should be capped at whatever, maybe 5,000, which is a large donation. But it should not be big money like that. I mean, the fact that $1 billion was spent on.
So wait a minute, hold on, stop 1 second, hold on. So what about Elon Musk giving $1 million out to people registering to vote in Pennsylvania? Is that not good?
No, that seems weird to me. That seems like
I like that. I want to be on the receiving end of that.
And everybody does, Kevin, right? But it should have nothing to do with voting. Do another kind of contest. I mean, it just seems like we've lost our way.
That's my wife. She put a bag of food on the nightstand.
And you're confused because you can't reach it? Your little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
Look at me.
Yeah. Go get that food, Kevin. You're hungry.
I'm good. My wife, she ordered a Chicago staple.
Sausage and French fries.
These people, if anybody has been to Chicago before, and you know what I'm talking about, it's called Portillo's. You've got to dine at a Portillo's. Hit us in the comments and let us know you've been to Portillo's, okay? So, Michael.
Hang on a second.
Hey guys. It seems like Kevin is on a tour of food. It's like crazy. All he does is eat and talk about food. What's going on with you, Kevin? You got some emotional issues you want to talk about? You want me to do a magic trick for you? Huh? Real quick. I'll do a magic trick. Yeah. What's going on, Kevin?
I do. I'm eating. I'm an emotional eater.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I understand.
Hey, I just need to thank you for giving my phone number out on the podcast.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, that's Michael did that.
Wonderful. Thanks, Michael.
Okay, bye. Murray out. Okay, bye.
That's great.
I didn't give the area code out, so they can
It's
guess.
really going to be too hard to guess, too. Right?
Look at Anita knows that joint.
I'm telling you, they are the best. Portillo's is
that health food? Is that like healthy food? Like
it's all high protein, vegan. It's all natural, all organic.
Let me ask you this: what makes what constitutes sausage? Like, what's in it? Can you share with our audience what you're?
You know what? I don't know. I thought sausage was a food group. I think sausage is like they kill a sausage, right?
I don't. Let's ask Siri what's in sausage, shall we? Hey Siri, what's in sausage?
Listen, hold on. They say don't find out what's in the sausage.
Made from ground meat, often pork, beef or poultry, along with salt, spices, and other flavorings. This answer is from Wikipedia.
Hey Siri, is sausage considered healthy?
Here's what I found.
Oh, she wants me to read it. Sausage nutrition facts and health benefits. Oh, there's health benefits in this. Ugh. Yeah, man, I'm not sure. It's just, the salt and spices are healthy. Everything else in it is not. Sausage comes in many different varieties. Is sausage healthy? Because many different types of meat and animal parts, I like that one. It's difficult to label sausages one way or the other.
It doesn't. You can't tell if it's healthy because you don't know what's in it. Many types of sausage are heavily processed and high in calories, which is what you were going for. You were trying to get calories today, you said. No, you said protein. What? Okay. While sausage is a good source of protein, good job for you today, it is best consumed minimally due to its high sodium. No, are you calling me?
No.
I'm almost done. I hung up. I heard my voicemail. Liar. You're lying to me on no caller ID. What are you doing, man? So sausage minimally, right? So how often do you have the sausages, Kevin?
I try to eat it 2 or 3 times a day. I wake up in the morning with a sausage. I tend to caress a sausage before I go to bed as well. And sometimes in the middle part of the day, I will make my day about sausage. And it really depends on the kind of mood that I'm in. If I'm feeling salty, I will always reach for a sausage. I really think that there's something special about a Chicago sausage, right? Like Danny just said, hey man, Chicago dogs and Portillo's are see, that's what he said. They taste so good that it doesn't matter what's in them. So listen, just because you don't put a hot sausage in your mouth doesn't mean you should hate. We all know that you're vegetarian and you eat these,
I love a good sausage.
You eat these fungus dogs or whatever the fuck they're called.
Mushrooms.
You eat broccoli fucking links or whatever the bullshit is.
Kevin.
It doesn't taste like the same, man.
Only you're right. And only for 5 years
you could put shoe leather on your stuff and it still wouldn't taste.
Only 5 years have I been vegetarian, but prior to that, I remember back in the day, I would have bacon for breakfast. I'd have a turkey sandwich.
Do you remember the way a hot dog tastes?
Of course I do. A turkey sandwich for lunch and then a steak for dinner, and I would do that 3-5 days a week, something like that.
So hold on, you remember what a hot dog tastes like?
Hot dogs are fantastic. That's what's so weird about them.
When was the last time you had one?
Probably July 4th, 5 years ago. We always barbecued.
Did you cup it by the balls while you were eating it, or how did you do it?
I put it in a bun. I put probably like pretzel buns, and I sucked it like a cock. Is that what you're getting at?
Oh no, so that's graphic. Come on.
Yeah, okay. But cupping it by the balls. Or is that what you're?
Do you not? No, that's not.
This is a terrible episode.
How do you miss it? Do you miss eating meat at all? Like, is there a day that goes by that you're like, God, I want meat in my mouth?
So Melvin Harvey has not been eating his Grandma Lucy's, so we've had to buy whole chicken. And, like Sprouts, they've got the unseasoned. And so we have to get it and it's warm and you break it all up and put it in the bag. And, a little couple of moments there. But really, when it hit me is about 3 years ago.
Oh, wait a minute. You tried some of the girls?
No, man. My girls are all healthy. They're laying
eggs back there. No. You just said a couple of little.
No, you said, do I ever think about it? Well, doing that.
Oh, I thought you snuck a little taste.
No, I don't want to put that in my mouth. So a few years ago, a couple years in, I went to my dad's for Christmas Eve or something, and he got filet, like the whole side of that, and he goes, Michael, will you cut that for me? He always wants me to carve the turkey. He wants me to cut the filet. As I was cutting the filet, this meat looked so good, and it smelled so good, and I was like, oh. But it's the first time. That's the only other time. That and once in a blue moon. Remember, I quit crack cocaine. So, it's meat's nothing. And I
would think the crack is a little bit more addicting than a beef tenderloin.
No, but it hits the same line as somebody. If you have an addictive personality, you don't have the willpower to say no to it. I have that problem with chocolate,
Really?
Oh, I love chocolate, man.
I don't think I've ever seen you eat chocolate. This is the tell. Like I play poker, so you look for little, things in people's game that becomes what the tell is. Do you have any chocolate sitting around you right now in your studio?
I don't keep food in here. There's none on my bedside, in my nightstand or anything. No. It's midnight. My little boy's awake. I'm half asleep. I get up to go pee, and I find myself walking out into the pantry and eating chocolate.
You always have chocolate out there?
I love pudding. I'm a big pudding guy. By the way, Joel, I made some amazing creme brulee. We had creme brulee at Edo. Oh no, it's called Anime.
Anima, not Anima, but Anima by Ito at the Gramercy, which is on Russell. Good joint. Another restaurant in Decatur we had, it was fantastic, but they had a creme brulee that had a compote, passion fruit compote on the bottom of the creme brulee. I've never seen that before. So my beautiful wife recreated it here. And so that's pretty good. But that's a pudding thing. I like pudding, man. And chocolate pudding, woo!
Wow, really? I didn't know that. What about the pudding? Why is it a thing?
I don't know. It kind of soothes my soul, Kevin. Something about it. It's just
it's a comfort. Is it a comfort food?
Yeah, when you eat French fries, is that not comforting? What about do you like grilled cheese sandwiches dipped in tomato soup? What?
I don't. I'm
Really?
not a grilled cheese sandwich guy. I'm not a tomato soup guy either. No.
This is quite possibly the worst podcast we've ever done.
Are you kidding me? Have you listened to the 35 prior to this bullshit?
The bar's low, man, and we've actually gone down, man. I think I'm done. I think we're done. This is the final episode. I found a lot of pleasure in finalizing things lately.
That's great. I'm glad. Thank you for joining
Danny.
me. For
Is Danny still on?
Thank you for joining me for 36 pointless episodes.
Will Danny be the co-host from now on with Kevin? And actually, if Kevin leaves, then I'll keep doing it with Danny. He is my favorite
why don't you guys
outsider.
do it? That'd be great.
No, man, I'd miss you, bro. I love doing this with you.
You miss me. You know.
What's he saying? Now I know why Kevin didn't finish his soup at lunch. Oh, yeah, you had Sam Novak with you on this trip. He was posting that's where I saw the videos and stuff. So how was he? Did you guys try? You didn't travel together. He flew separate.
Didn't travel together. He came in a day later, and then he left. He left
Monday.
He left on Monday.
Yesterday.
Sam says, now I know why Kevin didn't finish his soup at lunch.
That's right.
That soup, though, Sam, in your defense, was delicious.
What did you like about the soup?
Like tomato soup. I'm not a huge tomato soup guy.
What about grilled cheese?
Something else at lunch, didn't I? Didn't I have like a chicken cream of chicken corn?
Welcome to a little Lavender cooking show with Michael and Kevin. We don't know shit about shit. He doesn't even know what he had for lunch yesterday.
I love it. Okay? You've taken 2 fucking phone calls on this thing already, too. That's great. My phone's on mute. I don't know.
Mine is too.
Calls and I don't answer.
Your wife is in the room with you. My wife is not. She called. I was worried about her.
Where's she supposed to go? Sit in the hallway?
Meaning that she's.
Honey, go clean some other rooms, please. That's not what she's gonna do.
Listen, if she called you, and would you pick up? If she went downstairs and called you right now, would you pick up?
If she went downstairs to call me right now to talk to me,
if she left the room with Max and she was gone, and she called in the middle of, what if she? Well, why would she call? She knows you're on a podcast. Why would she call you? Do you think that'd be an emergency?
If it was an emergency, she's sitting right here.
I'm saying if
she would say, Kevin, I cut an artery.
You understand my point, right? You got my point?
I do, but
okay. My wife called me. She knows that I'm doing a podcast. She forgot.
I'm not saying anything about Joe calling you. I adore your wife. I adore her more than I adore you.
You should be attacking the call with Jack, not my wife, because you won't win that.
No, I'm not attacking anything.
You're attacking. Go back off. Easy. You're being aggressive. You
see how prickly this guy gets? I love it. You picked up 2 phone calls.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin.
This stems back to the fact that your dishwasher's still fucking broken.
I'm a little irritated by that shit. It was the way the guy handled the fucking call, man.
I'll tell you what. I'll be home on Friday and I'm going to come and clean out your sink.
No, I do the dishes around here, man. Jolene's an amazing cook, and the deal is I do the dishes. She cooks.
Yeah.
And I clean.
Who empties the dishwasher?
When we do it, there's a lot of dishes. We'll use a dishwasher. It's actually more water efficient to use a dishwasher, but I feel funny with the 2 of us.
Who empties the dishwasher once it's all clean?
Oh, I do. Yeah, otherwise it just sits. Yeah. I'm not saying I do it every time. My wife chips in, of course, but most of the time that's the agreement. She cooks amazing meals.
You're shouldering all of the labor in the house, basically.
No, she cooks amazing, Kevin. She cooks amazing meals, and and she's a tornado in the kitchen. I'll give her that. But it's like it makes sense to me. And once in a while she'll do the dishes too. She says, "I got this, honey."
I'm just trying to get it straight because you said
it's a balance.
You do earlier. You were saying you carried all the weight. Man.
I didn't say that. You said that. Listen, don't you understand something? The relationships they're not 50-50,
Right. There's some days that Joe's carrying 60 and I'm doing 40, or some days I'm doing 70, she's doing 30. Sometimes it's 80-20, even 90-10 at times. But overall, the average is a 50-50 partnership. And that's how we rock. Look at this guy. I'm going to kill him.
I was never mad at you, Jack. Let's get it clear.
I'm
I was
pissed
not
at
mad
Joe.
at Joe.
Yeah.
What I was...
You should be coming after him.
Hey.
Hold on.
What I was just saying was he picks up the phone in 2 different spots in a podcast while my phone keeps going to voicemail because
it was my wife.
I committed to being present is all I'm trying to say.
Jack, I thought maybe Jack had an emergency too. I shouldn't have answered Jack's call. Jack, you're an asshole. My wife is a different game,
not an
man.
asshole.
Jack's the sweetest guy on the planet. Okay, I'm not gonna. Are we debating? Look at. So I want everybody to get along in politics, and everyone to get along in complex issues, and don't fight and don't argue. And Kevin and I are arguing about me picking up the phone during a podcast.
I'm not arguing. I'm just making a point.
You just argued just now by saying I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing. There's not an argument.
You're arguing that you're not arguing, man.
No, that's not an argument. An argument. I'm just making a point. If we were on a round table right now, sharing ideas and thoughts, you'd consider that what I'm saying is arguing?
Yeah. No, you're making. You're good, man. No, what you're doing is you're picking on little things to rile me up because you me to be riled up.
I am not.
Look at you. Look at that face. Oh my God.
You know what? My favorite Michael Shapiro is
I'm totally fine.
Is the red line. My favorite Shapiro is the red line Shapiro.
I know you love that. Why?
You're just almost at that edge.
Why do you like that? And I'm striving and aspiring to be this very mellow.
I love it.
It's so fucked up.
I don't mean to do that, but that was fun.
You do because you're a sadist, or is that a masochist? Do masochists enjoy? What's the 2 definitions? Just be a sadomasochist.
Can I phone and ask Siri?
Yeah, go ahead, do it. It's kind of cute.
Hey Siri. Hey Cyrus. Hey Siri. My Siri's turned off. I can't do it. Sorry.
I would do it myself, but then I would be at risk of you making some negative comment about me.
I'm not gonna make any comments.
Listen,
I'm done.
I think enough's been said. I want to give a little shout out to my friend Max. Max is featured in a music video, a live video, to a Tears for Fears concert, dancing. I mean, looked like choreography in the front of the room. He should have been on stage. I don't know who produced the show, but they didn't allow him to be on stage. He should have been. And I'm going to start a campaign. And what's it called when you get a bunch of signatures? What's that called?
Biography. An autograph book.
No, what is that called when you get a
petition? Are you serious?
Petition, yeah. Hey, my brain doesn't work all the time. Look, I admit it. I'm an idiot. I'm not that smart. A petition. I'm going to get a petition together, and we'll get 5,000 names on it. That's the magic number. And from the next Tears for Fears shows, what's the thing called again? Head over heels. Head over heels.
Yeah.
Head over heels. Yeah. The next Head over heels. Max will be a featured dancer. The kid's got moves, man. Petition. Thanks, Anita. Appreciate that. I should have read that sooner, but I don't read either. I have difficulty. I'm having a day, man. I'm going to go play one of these guitars over here and forget about everything. So
sounds good. Thanks for joining me today and having this deep, meaningful conversation.
I think there was a little bit of depth in there, but for the most part, it was, as always, total bullshit. And please join us next Tuesday.
Share this, please. Can we ask the 6 people that watched us today to share the link? We need to figure out how to,
share it. Yeah.
To more people about less things.
And follow the page. We're trying to build this thing for no particular reason. And it's stupid and fun. And you don't have to watch it, but it'd be nice to get the word out. So Tuesday, 5 p.m., we'll be back. Are we going to have a guest next week?
We are going to have a guest next week. We've got a great guest next week.
You got somebody queued up? Can you announce it?
You told me you had somebody.
I did?
Yep.
Who's running this thing?
You told me you had somebody. Our dear friend. I'm going to go on the limb here.
I think we should try for Bucky Hurd.
Listen, I'm dropping the hints.
Okay.
I'm going to go on a limb here and potentially announce the next guest.
Who's it going to be, Kevin?
Before I do, I'm going to have a margarita